Have you ever wondered why it's so important to keep your blood sugar levels in check and how that impacts your health? In today's episode, I'm going to share 3 simple yet powerful habits that can help regulate your blood sugar. These habits are easy to follow and when done routinely can make a profound difference in both your short-term and long-term health. By the end of this episode, you'll have actionable tips to improve your energy, your mood, and your overall well-being. Before we dive in, if you're listening on the Apple Podcast app or on Spotify, make sure you hit the follow button. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit like and subscribe below. All right, you guys, I'm really excited. Today, we're going to be talking about regulating your blood sugar. We're going to talk about why it's important. We're going to talk about the specific strategies that you can implement. And y'all, these are as simple as it gets, but simple doesn't mean easy. Simple just means simple to understand and grasp. Easy would mean it's easy to implement. These aren't necessarily easy to implement, but every single one of you can implement this with a little bit of focus, commitment, and dedication. Because I'm really convinced that regulating your blood sugar over the course of your life might be one of the most important factors to your long-term health. It might be one of the most important things in order to live longer. Not only live longer, but live healthily for longer. Not expand just your lifespan, but your health span as well. And I'm telling you, these simple things, when done consistently over time, have been proven to help stabilize and regulate your blood sugar. So, habit number 1 is sleep. Getting at least 7 hours every single night, at least 6 nights a week, can be so powerful. Now, there's no necessarily science around 6 nights a week that I know of. I'm just saying that I know practically maybe every single night during the week it might be difficult because Friday and Saturday you might be out a little bit later than normal. But if you can pick Friday and or Saturday to be able to get at least 7 hours of sleep, it can make a world of difference. And look, sleep has a variety of benefits. It will not make you as hungry. It's not going to make you as irritable. It'll allow you to maintain and or lose weight better. It will keep your energy levels high. But today we're talking specifically about blood sugar. And there are legitimately studies where people have eaten the same exact thing at the same exact time on short sleep versus eating the same thing at the same time with sufficient sleep. And there's a dramatic difference in the rise of their blood sugar post-meal by eating the same exact thing. So it's simply this one tactic by getting appropriate sleep that can help to ensure that your blood sugar levels don't go crazy. The second thing that we can do in order to help regulate our blood sugars is to walk before and or after our meals. Because look, we're going to dispose of more glucose by using that energy if we do a walk before and or after our meals. Because look, when we eat food, when we eat carbs, when we eat glucose, or when we eat carbs, because we don't eat glucose. When we eat carbs, our body converts that into glucose. And that glucose will start off by sitting in the bloodstream, and it's in the bloodstream waiting to be used for energy. And if we eat and then go on a walk right afterwards, then we're going to burn that glucose because we are being active. And it's kind of the same thing. If we walk beforehand or are active beforehand, then we are using up energy. So the meal that we have right afterwards will be taking some of that for the prior activity levels as well. So if we can walk before and or after meals, again, there have been studies that have showed this same exact thing. You can eat the same thing, but if you don't go on a walk after your meal, then your blood sugar level will rise higher versus than if you do walk after a meal. It can dramatically decrease the spike in your postprandial, your post-meal blood sugar spike. And then third and finally, the habit that you can do to help regulate your blood sugar is eat well-rounded meals. 3 specific things: fiber, healthy fats, and protein. Fiber, healthy fats, and protein. If you can have all of these things in your well-rounded meal, then all of them will have the combined effect of helping to regulate your blood sugar. Even if you just have fiber, you just have healthy fat, or you just have protein, that will help to regulate your blood sugar levels post-meal. But if you have all 3 of them, that will help even more. Again, there are studies that show you can have a specific type of food, but if you don't have fiber in that meal, then it's going to increase your blood sugar levels way more than if you did have fiber in that meal. And kind of a little nuanced subject within the well-rounded meals is how you actually go about eating the foods in which particular order. Like if you eat carbs first or or foods that are high in sugar / low in fiber first, and then you have everything after that, that is even shown to increase your blood sugar levels more so than if you eat the same overall amount of food, but you change up the order. If you eat your fiber first, you eat your healthy fat first, you eat your protein first, and then you have kind of the sugary foods afterwards, then that's going to have a less dramatic spike in your blood sugar. So like one of the worst things that you can do on an empty stomach when you're really hungry is just have something like cake. Because cake is just going to be pure sugar. It's not going to have fiber. It's not going to have healthy fats. It's not going to have any protein. So if the worst thing that you can do for your blood sugar level is on an empty stomach, eat pure sugar. And that's what a lot of us end up doing. Not me. So a lot of people end up doing, right, is having pure sugar on an empty stomach. That is the last thing that you want to do. Now, I kind of want to finish today by discussing why regulating your blood sugar is so important. Because I think that knowing what to do is important, but if you know why to do these particular things, that will give you more motivation and belief in why to do those. So regulating your blood sugar will help to stabilize your energy levels. It will stabilize your mental clarity and your focus and your mood, because when our blood sugar levels go up and down, that's when our energy levels go up and then we crash. Energy levels go up and then we crash. A second reason why regulating your blood sugar is so important is for weight maintenance. When we have dramatic spikes in blood sugar, we're more likely to store that excess glucose as body fat. And so if we are ensuring that we don't have as dramatic of spikes in blood sugar, we're less likely to store that as body fat. Then another thing is cellular health via insulin sensitivity. So there's this aspect of cellular health that's called insulin sensitivity. And just real quickly, when we eat food and that food gets converted into glucose, we want insulin to be released, and then for insulin to allow glucose to enter the cell to be used for energy. But if our cells are not healthy and we are what's called insulin resistant, which is not a good thing, then insulin is not able to bring glucose into the cell, and glucose will stay in the bloodstream, and that causes a whole host of issues down the road. So if we can regulate our blood sugar levels more stably, we're more likely to stay insulin sensitive and potentially even reverse insulin resistance. And then lastly, regulating your blood sugar is really important for your cardiovascular health. I think that heart health is one of the top killers in this country and really in the world. And so if we can ensure that we're stabilizing our blood sugars, we can reduce the chances of any kind of cardiovascular disease that might be coming down the road. You guys, regulating blood sugar, I'm telling you, I think might be one of the most important things that we can be focused on from a nutrition perspective and from a lifestyle perspective in order to ensure we live a long, healthy life. So start to implement these habits like sleep, like having walks before and or after your meals, and like having well-rounded meals, because it's over time. It's not like one dramatic increase in your blood sugar levels post-meal is going to give you a whole host of issues, but it's when you have big spikes every single day for every single week for years on end that are going to lead to a whole list of issues like metabolic issues, cardiovascular issues, and more, and will just decrease your quality of life overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. I hope you learned a little bit about why regulating your blood sugar is important. I hope you learned the specific habits, and I hope you start to implement these things so that you can start to regulate your blood sugar levels more optimally, so that you can improve your quality of life and improve your ability to have a longer, healthier life. If you need accountability to help apply some of these things, then you need to join the next 10-week transformation that goes from October 7th to December 13th. This 10WT will allow you to finish 2024 looking and feeling better than ever before, and will allow you head into 2025 with a full head of steam. If you want to join, you can go to nickcarrier.com/10WT, and I will help to keep you motivated, provide you with some structure and accountability. Again, go to nickcarrier.com/10WT. But I hope today's education around blood sugar helps you get closer to the healthiest version of yourself, and ultimately, I hope it helps you get closer and closer to your best you.